Hey everybody, Ace Channel here, and it's Tuesday, which means a brand new episode of Form Fight. Form Fight is a series where we take a look at a Pokemon with more than one form, or a branched evolution, or even a counterpart Pokemon. We have a look at the differences between the Pokemon in question and try and work out which one is the best. And so we can see these Pokemon in action on the battlefield. We also have a Metronome Battle between them just for a little bit of fun. If you're a fan of Form Fight already, you tune in every Tuesday and you're ready for more, make sure you hit the like button to show you're enjoying this series, and of course hit subscribe if you're new so you never miss an episode. But of course, with all that out of the way, let's have a look at today's challenges. Today on Form Fight, we're going to be looking at the two forms of Medicham, which are Medicham and Mega Medicham. Now, when you have a Medicham in your party, it will always be in its regular form. However, a Medicham holding Medichamite will be able to Mega Evolve into Mega Medicham during a battle and will remain that way for the entirety of that battle. But what makes these two Pokemon so different? Let's take a look. According to the Pokedex, both forms of Medicham stand at 1.3 meters tall and weigh 31.5 kilograms. They both share a Pokedex entry which reads, "It's said that through meditation, Medicham heightens energy inside its body and sharpens its sixth sense. The Pokemon hides its presence by merging itself with fields and mountains. Through the power of meditation, Medicham developed its sixth sense. It gained the ability to use psychokinetic powers. This Pokemon is known to meditate for a whole month without eating." Appearance-wise, both forms of Medicham are grey humanoid creatures that look to be wearing red battler pants and headwear that make them look somewhat similar to mythical genies. Regular Medicham's headwear is red and Mega Medicham's headwear is white, and also the Mega Pokemon overall has various extra kind of detail in its design, such as jewelry. In their shiny forms, both forms of Medicham change their red coloration to blue. Now let's have a look at the typing, weaknesses, and resistances of these Pokemon forms. Both forms of Medicham are dual-type fighting and psychic Pokemon, which makes them weak to flying, ghost, and fairy type attacks. They both resist fighting and rock type moves and have no immunities. Now let's have a look at the stats and abilities of these Medicham forms. Stat-wise, regular Medicham has decent defense and special defense, although its HP is below average, as is its attack and special attack. Its best stat is its speed, which is decent, although not incredible. Its primary ability is Pure Power, which doubles Medicham's attack. This, of course, is perfect for maximizing Medicham's potential, since it now has a stat it can actually make good use of, and a Medicham with Pure Power can hit extremely hard. Its hidden ability is Telepathy, which protects Medicham from allies' spread moves used in a double or triple battle. Whilst this does allow allies to use more varied movesets without having to worry about accidentally taking out their Medicham partner, it's far more likely that you could find a move that doesn't hit allies to replace whatever spread move you intended to use, so that a Pure Power Medicham can be safe from friendly fire. As for Mega Medicham, it builds on the stats of regular Medicham with slight boosts in defense and special defense, decent boosts in special attack and speed, and a significant increase to its physical attack. Its only ability is Pure Power, which we touched on before. But with its base 100 attack stat, it means this Pokemon may still be quite fragile, but will deliver insanely powerful physical attacks if you don't deal with it quickly. Now it's time for me to decide which of the two forms of Medicham I prefer, and I'm going with the Mega, and this one is probably more obvious than I think any of the Megas before it. So hear me out. When you're using a regular Medicham in battle, I think it's pretty much agreed that 90% of people would use a Pure Power Medicham. Because whereas Telepathy Medicham is kind of handy in double battles if you're using spread moves, it doesn't really outweigh the value of Pure Power. Pure Power is such a useful ability to Medicham that it makes no sense to not use Pure Power if you're going to use a Medicham at all. But then if that's the case, and you're using Pure Power Medicham, you might as well use the Mega, because it's even more powerful and even slightly more bulky and slightly faster. Very slightly, but still, it's an improvement. Because realistically, the only differences between regular Medicham and Mega Medicham, like, apart from their appearance, is minimal. They've got the same typing, they've got the same movesets, obviously, they've got the same ability. Hell, they've even got the same height and weight. Like, there's barely any difference apart from the physical differences and the increased base stats on the Mega. So for me, it's Mega. But of course, it's not just up to me, it's up to you guys to decide which is your favorite. But before you make your decision, let's see these Pokemon in action on the battlefield. It's time for the Metronome Battle. Before we get started, I will point out these Pokemon have max IVs in all stats, 0 EVs in all stats. They're not holding any items, they've got neutral natures, they've got their hidden abilities, which means that regular Medicham has Telepathy. Obviously, Mega Medicham only has one ability, so it's got Pure Power. Good luck, regular Medicham, I guess is all I can say. So the only advantage or disadvantage any Pokemon gets in this battle comes from their abilities and their base stats. Everything else is all up to the Metronome. Let's go. It's time to test your body and your mind as we have the fighting and psychic type Medicham versus the fighting and psychic type Mega Medicham. Let's see who's going to come out on top. Obviously, Mega Medicham's pure power ability is going to play massively into this battle, you've got to expect, which could be very, very dangerous. We see a Mist Ball coming from Shiny Mega to start things off on Shiny regular Medicham for a great amount of damage there. It's going to be difficult because these are very fragile Pokemon, but one of them has an attack stat that can absolutely decimate. Here's a Magma Storm coming out from the regular Mega Medicham, doing massive damage already to Shiny Medicham, who is really suffering on the first turn. It's time for the Medicham team to mount some offense of their own. We see Rock Smash, which isn't going to do that much damage, but is going to be able to potentially, let's see if it happens, lower the defense by one stage of that Shiny Mega, which will help out the regular team no end. Here's Shiny Medicham, who is going to go for Flash. Lowering the accuracy of the Megas is a great idea as well, because of course, if they can't hit you, they can't deal that devastating damage with that physical attack-based pure power ability. The Magma Storm, of course, taking effect at the end of the turn, dealing a little bit of extra damage to Shiny Medicham. That's going to happen for the foreseeable future, I believe. And here we see the Shiny Mega going for Attract, but it doesn't affect the Shiny Medicham, so unfortunately that's going to fail. That's the opportunity, that gives an opportunity to the regular Medicham team. Here's a Flash Cannon, though, from the regular Mega onto the regular Medicham for a great chunk of damage there. The regular Medicham need to work quickly. Take out one of these Megas as quickly as possible, so you just have to focus on one. Here's Psychic Fangs, though, which is going to have same type attack bonus. Great deal of damage there to the Shiny Mega with that reduced defense. A great job by Shiny Medicham. Regular Medicham's going to go Acrobatics, which with no item will be double the power. Boom! Massive damage. One of the Megas is down. We're down to 1 Mega versus 2 regular. Don't count the regular out just yet, although that Magma Storm is not looking good. Bringing Shiny Medicham into the danger zone there. It's probably got, what, one more turn of Magma Storm, maybe? Before it gets knocked out completely. Here's the regular Mega going for Head Smash, though, onto the regular Medicham there. It could have taken out the Shiny, but kind of chose not to. Massive damage, though, putting it in the danger zone. Bit of recoil damage there as well. Dangerous territory for the regular Medicham team. We knew they were probably going to get, you know, destroyed, but we didn't think this quickly. Although Taunt is a great idea, because that means that this Mega Medicham is going to have to struggle from now on, damage itself with recoil, although it may be too strong and may knock them out with struggle in like an unprecedented move. Here's a Recover, though. That's amazing. Regular Medicham going, your struggle damage is not going to knock me out. Brilliant play there. Shiny Medicham hit by the Magma Storm once again, goes down to the Magma Storm. It's one-on-one, but that struggle after that taunt, until that taunt wears off, this Mega is going to constantly do 25% recoil, 25% of its max HP as recoil damage to itself, although look at that struggle damage. Wow, it's all up to Medicham now. If Medicham can pick a move that will actually help it here, it's going to save the day. If not, Shell Smash was a bad idea. Oh no, that's not a good idea at all. Although it does mean that Medicham will outspeed and be able to attack first next turn, I believe, which is good news, but everything rides on the decision this Medicham makes right now. If it makes the right move, it could win the battle with those Shell Smash increased stats, and it goes for Bulk Up. Oh no, that's not good at all. I think that might be the game. I don't want to jinx it, but I think it absolutely... Here comes the struggle, which we know is going to be so powerful. Down goes Medicham. What a letdown at the end. Great job, though, by the Mega team. Great. Oh, that was really, really fun, but the Medicham team just scuppered it right at the end. Great battle. So you've heard what I've got to say, you've seen these Pokemon on the battlefield, now it's time for you to make your decision. Which of the two forms of Medicham do you prefer? Is it Medicham or Mega Medicham? Let me know in the comments and explain to everybody why your pick is the absolute best. And that's where I'm going to leave this episode of Form Fight. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to support this channel like the lovely people down here do, pledge to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/AceTrinillium. And for live streams 5 days a week, head over to twitch.tv/AceTrinillium. But until next time, I'm Ace Trinillium. Keep on training.